got a reflux. I drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look when it.
You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the ball down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail, cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the ball down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Don't tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the ball down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the camera insist I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. On to get it started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Watch the screen. 55, Mike, 55.
Jones on 1st and 10. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
To Sterling Shepard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
Number 26, Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Devin Bush.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, 71 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
At the 41-yard line.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Roethlisberger will hand to counter. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down by Blake Martinez.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Ben going to give this one to counter. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
That was a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. This is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
To Juju Smith-Schuster.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
At 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Ballantyne on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 20-yard line.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jones, open target here, Darius Slayton.
Jones pass.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
37-yard
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
Joe Hayden.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
198.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Jones throw on target to Shepard. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Complete to Sterling Shepard. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Let's go, team. Gonna be a long day.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, Jones. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have taken the lead.
His kick is good.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Ryan Switzer on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Steeler first down.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
First down, Steelers.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 24. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
On the play.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown.
Complete to Juju Smith.
Juju Smith-Schuster. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
First down.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And it thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Flush to his right. And trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
First down.
Right back to Connor here on first. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron.
Good catch there by Eric Ebron, and the Steelers are hoping that they see the 2018 version of this young man. 66 catch, 750 yards, and 13 touchdowns. And that was good enough for second in the league with the Indianapolis Colts. The Steelers like to throw to the tight end. They hope Ebron...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Roethlisberger's first possession of the third quarter and interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. We'll call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Giants operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's It's a gain.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And this is incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
7-yard line.
Here's Connor. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Flushed out right. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor. Blake Martinez, 2nd. In the league in tackles last year, gets another there.
He was brought down by Blake Martinez. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And
now Roethlisberger looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A 1st down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
Steelers.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A good carry and a 1st down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018, he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
They juked him. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They try again with Smallwood. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
There's a familiar sight. T.J. Watt with a sack. And remember last year, he was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, and he earned it because he's been the top 10 in the league in sacks for 2 straight seasons. Really, really difficult to block coming off the edge.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Looking to throw. Jones. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now Jones throwing after the interception. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
That's good for a Giant.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive. And also give them a first down. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jones. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. Caught right side, Tate. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Jones
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the field goal means we're back to a 1-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
First down, a run with Smallwood. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. 3rd and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
Tonight's final.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Pittsburgh, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll be back.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's grit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's grit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me. Got a brand new visor. Yeah, your friend's smart, but my boy's wiser. Yeah, get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, 'cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool. I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's grit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's grit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant. Let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment. Energy up, my body burning. And my stomach keep up turning. Stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it. You gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, for real. Lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, babe. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm tryna find you. Say I got sex appeal. I think it's 'cause I work that gun. I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none. I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one. See it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on. I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's grit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's grit. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again.
This is second nature, all is automatic. Lion, tigers, meteors inside my mind. Kamikaze, spaceship power, baby. Show me stick, animal instinct, you fools hurt. Jesus, well,